One more time, please.
Your defensive backfield, how many guys do you envision in that rotation? And what do they have to do to separate themselves?
In the secondary, I would love to have, in every position, including the secondary, I would love to have, the ideal thing is 3 of everything. And I learned from Earl Bruce a long time ago, you need a pair and a spare. Okay? So, in all truthfulness, if there's 2 corners, we'd love to have 3. If there's 2 safeties, love to have 3. Because if we have that, if an injury occurs, easy answer, next man in. But in the same breath, you can get a lot deeper into your season healthy if you have 3 developed that can go in and play the game, particularly with no huddle offenses and the way the game is today. You definitely need 3D tackles. You definitely need 3D ends. So yes, if we have to, we'll find the top 3 and then work it from there, because it'll be the next man that goes in, the next best available. So, and then you answer, how do you cut through the red tape and become a starter? What I told the team last night is you got to have the who's that play. And the more you have of that, the better off you are. Last night I'm watching the film, and I'm watching with a group of guys, and the first thing I see is a flash across the screen. I'm watching everything and how it develops and where everybody's lined up at. And then when the play develops, I see a flash across the screen that there's somebody out there moving faster than everybody else. And immediately my first instinct is always just to blurt out, who's that? And then the player will say who it is. So I'm always looking for the who's that play. Because if I'm saying that in a coach's room, if I'm saying that in a player room, that player looks different than everybody else on the football field. And the more times you get a who's that, and then the next thing I look for is who is he going against. You might make a good play on the 3rd team against the 3rd guy, and when we move you up to the 2nd, will you still have a who's that, and can you do it with the ones? Because ultimately that's what you're going to be playing against. So really that's how it's found. And then the flip of that is as I pick special teams, as I go through the board, even if it's a safety, corner, linebacker, can I trust you? I'm a big person about trust. I don't care what it is, whether it's staff or players. If I can trust you on that football field to do your job to the best of your ability, be where you're supposed to be, and that will help us win, because now I can play to that person's ability. But if I never know where they're going to be, something's different every time, and I can't trust that, I can't coach that, I can't strengthen that. But if I can just trust you that you will be where you're supposed to be consistently, then I think as coaches we can develop a plan to have success with that player.
Coach, talk about Carter's show. Did you see this in him when